Looking for the perfect books to read this Valentine's Day? Look no further than my own bookshelf. Hey guys, my name is Becca and I'm known as the Romance Queen on GOODREADS. And whenever you're in need for a romance rec, I definitely have some. Most, if not all of the books on my shelves are definitely romance. Most of them I haven't read, but some of them I have, and the ones I have read are my favorites. Of course, I'd buy books that I love and put them on my shelves versus books that I hate and put them on my shelves. But, you could love and hate all of these books or some of these books. I don't know what I'm saying, but let's get into this. So, usually people who are looking for a book, specifically a romance book to read on like light holidays like Christmas, Valentine's Day, your birthday, etc., are looking for some nice fluffy contemporary romance. But what if I said all books could be fluffy and, you know, perfect for the holidays? So whether you're a fantasy type of girl or a fluffy contemporary type of girl, or maybe you're a guy too, you have come to the right video and the right person. So today I'm going to be talking about my favorite fluffy contemporary books that are perfect to read on Valentine's Day. And not only that, books I've heard are really good that I haven't read yet, but I know are good. So I'm going to be recommending them to you all. So let's get into this. Before we continue with the video, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at BeccaLovesBooks123 and follow me on GOODREADS at Becca the Romance Queen. In the search bar, look up Becca and the first person that comes up is me. So, yeah, like I said, let's get started. Now, not all books that are perfect for Valentine's Day have to be fluffy and contemporary, as I already mentioned. But my favorite book that you all are going to love if you are a contemporary fan like me and need this book on Valentine's Day and you read very fast, then the perfect book for you is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. And this is my favorite book of all times because one, it's set in Paris, and two, the characters are so cute. So I love this book for multiple reasons, and I can't even begin to explain. But as soon as I read this book in June of last year, I just couldn't help myself. So of course I went and got the collector's edition when it came out, and it has a nice bookmark. It has really pretty pages. Look at that, front and end pages. And the pages are like bordered in this beautiful print, and I love it so much. So I don't have enough time to explain what all of these books are. If you haven't read Anna and the French Kiss, you have to read it. It's literally so good. Now, I'll just remove Elsa here. If you are a fan of Anna and the French Kiss and you haven't read this book, this is like a replica of that book. I haven't even read it either, but I knew I had to get it as soon as I saw it. Christy Boyce's hot British boyfriend. Now, if you've read Anna and the French Kiss, you know that Attend St. Clair is hot and British and also American and French. So, yeah. If you have read Anna and the French Kiss, as I already mentioned, this is the perfect book for you. I've not read it yet, but I need to because I am a die-hard fan of Anna and the French Kiss, and I'm definitely rereading it this year. And yeah, I'm so excited for this book. So if you're looking for the perfect book on Valentine's, definitely cuddle up with this one. I know it hasn't been published yet, but actually it has. It came out a few days ago. And I'm so excited to read it. Thank you, HarperCollins, for giving it to me through the mail. Yeah. Anyway. Oh god, I don't remember. Okay, and if you know me, you know that I love Paris novels, so I also have to recommend Kiss Me in Paris by Catherine Ryder. And this is one of the many good books by Catherine Ryder. Still haven't read it yet, but I'm going to read it with Brindley. As soon as I saw it on the Barnes & Noble shelf, I, again, knew I had to get it. And there's also Kiss Me in New York. So, Kiss Me in Paris is basically about this girl, and her name is Serena, and she's supposed to be spending Christmas in Paris with her sister and her parents. It turns out her sister's actually not going to be spending Paris with her and instead is going to fly somewhere else with her boyfriend for Christmas. And her parents also ditched them for their own, like, Christmas vacation as well. So it turns out Serena has to spend Christmas in the city that she really wanted to enjoy with her sister's boyfriend's best friend. Ah, the agony. But alas, it always works out in Paris because Paris is the city of love. And also, I'm going there in 2022. I'm so excited. So yes, I need to stock up on all my Paris romance books because yeehaw, we're going to Paris. Yeah, okay, that didn't really work out. But anyway, Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so go read this book. Well, also, you might have to get from the library first, so. Anyway. And I have, like, all my contemporary books, well, most of my contemporary books on the bottom shelf here. So, next is Meet a Cute by a bunch of authors. So, Jennifer Le Armentrout is, like, a fantasy author, and she wrote a little contemporary book in here. So, Meet Cute is basically a ton of, like, short stories put into one, like, it's one of those. Like, examples of that is Let It Snow by John Green and a ton of other authors, and, Snow and Love by Casey West and a ton of other authors, like Melissa De La Cruz and people like that. And this one has, like, a ton of authors I know, and, like, a ton of stories. So sometimes two authors have paired up to make one, but anyway, I've only read, like, one of the stories, but it sounds super good, and it's perfect for Valentine's Day because you get, like, all this diversity and, like, you get to experience a ton of love stories being put together, and I think that's really special. What's special about it? Okay, wow. Oh, I have my calculator here. I don't want to share from Clueless, but if you haven't read the selection, it is so good. So, usually people think that fantasy books, like, the stereotype is that they're really tense. Well, not really tense, but they're really, like, action-packed, and there's a lot of action going on there, and they're really shocking. But the selection is kind of shocking, but it's also that perfect contemporary, lighthearted fantasy book that we all need in our lives. It's clean, and not only that, it's, like, perfect for Valentine's Day. So you don't have to, like, dive into this new fantasy world where you're trying to meet all these characters. It's super easy to process and understand. And it's so good. So I totally recommend the selection by Kiera Cass. It's so good, so good. Okay, so I rated it 5. I definitely recommend it to everyone, and I rated it 5 stars on Goodreads. So go check out my review. It's so good. Anyway. Let's get rid of City of Bones here. Not such a good romance. Okay, anyway. If you're looking for a spicy romance that will keep you up all night, look no further than After by Anna Todd. My friend M on Goodreads is currently reading this book, and she said, oh my god, ew. So, if you're not really into sex, then don't read this book. I haven't read it yet, but I watched the movie, and I'm super interested in it. Not, like, in a weird way, if you know what I mean. But it was published through Wattpad. If you love Wattpad like I do, and you're into, like, the bad boy, good girl trope, definitely read this one, especially if you're into, like, sitting alone on your couch by the fireplace and just curling up with a good, spicy romance. Sometimes we all need that spicy book in our lives. I mean, I know occasionally I get into a spicy romance mood that definitely needs to be fulfilled, so, yeah. And also, if you're looking for a short, like, I know Valentine's Day is, like, one day, but if you are looking for short books that will definitely take you only, like, a few hours, and you don't want to have to get into all this bajab, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Look, you need to read Casey West. So I own 4 of Casey West's books. And By Your Side is about libraries and books and a ton of other fun stuff. And it's literally more of a badass Casey West book. So you need to read it. If you are looking for a more interesting, intriguing book, if you've read Casey West books and you haven't read By Your Side, you need to read this one. Not my favorite. My favorite is The Villain Boyfriend, which is probably the best one. Or P.S. I Like You is the best one for Valentine's Day. But I don't have it on my shelf, and I don't feel like going to get it. But By Your Side is super cute anyway. If you want a perfect one, read P.S. I Like You by Casey West. But Casey West is a clean author. By Your Side is basically about this girl named Autumn being trapped in a library overnight with this bad boy named Dax Miller. And they don't hit it off instantly, but it is definitely kind of insta love is in there. The more time they spend together, the more they kind of open up. However, this book, you're like, oh, they're trapped in a library. That's like something I really need in my life. However, like less than half of this book is like takes place in the library. So it's basically just I get trapped in a library overnight with this person, and now since I'm in school, I don't know how to act around them. So it's kind of immature teenage shit. But if you are looking for a fast romance, clean, fluffy read, you need to read By Your Side. I also have some good, fluffy contemporary books up there that I'm going to be talking about as well. I have not read, like, most of these, so do not, like, if you want to read Eleanor Park, I mean, it's like a classic, but I didn't really like it that much, and I'm probably never going to read another Rainbow Rowell book again, so that's definitely an option. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to find, like, the perfect one. Okay, You'd Be Mine. Not my best friend. If she wants to be called that. My friend Brinley on Goodreads and on Instagram is, like, one of my favorite friends in the book world. And it's really amazing to find, like, a friend like that who has the same interest as you, will be open and honest with you about books and about their life, and will also agree to anybody you ask them to, no matter how crazy it is. So I love Brinley like a friend, so shout out to her. Anyway, You'd Be Mine, just the title to me, it just sounds like a good Valentine romance book. I haven't read it, I have no idea what it's about, but the cover is so pretty. Like, look at this. I wish my hair looked like that. But anyway, yes. You'd Be Mine. Sounds cute. And I kind of have, like, the road trip books up here as well. Let's choose one I actually have read. I don't like taking books out when there's stuff on top of it, because I have something for health up there. Anyway, Love and Gelato. I got it for a really good deal, okay? So, do not judge. But this book is one of the more popular contemporary books, and whenever anyone's in need of a summer romance, you always have to go to Love and Gelato. Love and Gelato is a book that takes place in Italy, and it's about this girl named Lena. I say Lena, I know her name is Lena, but, like, I don't really care. So she goes to Italy to, like, with her mother's journal and stuff, and she basically is trying to find out how her parents met and how she, like, was born or whatever. It's kind of hard to explain. But anyway, she's there for about 5 to 7 days, and she meets this boy along the way, and they kind of, like, even though it's only been 5 days, they confess their love and stuff. It's cute, okay? I know it's not summer yet, but it's super cute, and y'all need to read it, because I read it and loved it, despite how, like, it was kind of insta love. You need to read it! Okay, anyway, that was a little bit harsh. Okay, and the last book, Snow White, is kind of in the way of it, is Heartless. So Heartless is, I have not read it yet either. I know I haven't read, like, any of these books. Oh, also, Tweet Cute. Before I have to wrap this up, Tweet Cute! Come on, Tweet Cute monsters are gonna love me for mentioning this book in this video. You need to read Tweet Cute tomorrow if you haven't already. Tweet Cute is literally the best book ever. Not my favorite, but it's still pretty cute. It's like a Twitter war love romance, and also food romance. So definitely read it. I also, as soon as I saw it at the bookstore on vacation, I knew I had to get it. Also, I have to be really quick about this. Heartless. The title sounds like Valentine, so Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you consider reading all of these books, and I love you all so much. Have an awesome Valentine's Day. Bye.